Welcome to Driveway Life. What's going on YouTube, and welcome back to the channel. I'm going to give you 30 seconds literally to go and hit that subscribe button, and then we'll get into today's video. Boom. So George's E46, there's probably one of the nicest E46s that you'll find. The whole car's been obviously machined, polished. Have a look at that in a second. But back to why we clicked on the video. The E60 failed. Didn't fail hard, but it failed. So I will literally grab the MOT certificate. We can go through that, start getting some of them things boxed off on the car, and yeah, let's try and get an MOT sorted on the car. A few bits to sort out, but we'll talk about that now. Before we go any further, George has been at the unit every day. Nothing but metallics. Don't think we're gonna get the 5 Series to look that good, to be honest, but let's get into it. Right, I've got some keys. Lean on the car. It's dusty in here, you know. Right, so emissions, bang on, no issues. So we've got the failure parts, the repair immediately, major defects. Windscreen wipers, easy fix. Seatbelt retraction mechanism on the passenger side. So basically the seatbelt, when you pull it, it's not pulling straight back in. So hopefully that's just a bit of grease, but if not, a second-hand one of them is not going to be mega money. We've got the supplementary restraint system warning lamp indicating a fault. So basically on these E60s and on loads of BMWs, the passenger seat occupancy sensor fails from getting wet or just from use. Loads of reasons, they just fail. You can buy a bypass. So basically the occupancy sensor, when you sit on there, it knows that somebody's sitting there, so if you crash, the airbag goes off. The bypass just means that the airbag goes off no matter what. So you can't sit a kid in the front seat with a baby seat, so after you bypass it, there's no kind of turning it off on. Its bangs if it bangs all the time. So it doesn't make the car any worse, but I've ordered that. It's literally a little bit of wire. So that is on its way from China. So that's that. And fuel tank insecure, just the straps are coming loose. It's not insecure, it's just that they need tightening. So that will get the car an MOT if we do those few things. So obviously wipers ordered, seatbelt we'll look at today. The restraint system thing, I've ordered the clip, the plug-in clip for that, and the fuel tank, Danny's going to tighten that up for me, whack it on the ramp and tighten that before it goes back for a retest. And then we've got a TPMS light, so we need to sort out a one of the wheels, the sensor is being gay, so that's easy fix. Product on the lens. So in one of my other videos I said that they would fail the car for the amount of like haze, it wouldn't let enough light through, so it would be a fail. They still advised it, and they're not even, I don't know if we can see it, they're not even horrific, right? But that was still an advisory. So let's go on to the other side, which is what it is. I've advised it, so I've got to get it. Obviously you can see through that, you can see the bloody light and everything. Before it was horrific, now you can see. So but still, we'll do some more sanding and polishing on that anyway, because I want them to look good. As soon as it's got MOT on it, we can put the light tint film over the top and make it look aggressive AF. So what else we got? Tyre outside front, tyre close to legal limit near side front, tyre slightly damaged, cracked or perishing near side front. So 2 front tyres, and the handbrake has quite a lot of travel. So literally not actually a lot of things at all. I expected a lot worse for this car. No oil leaks, nothing that is actually going to be ag or expensive to fix. So we'll get all that done for a couple of £100 at most, I should imagine, even with 2 front tyres. I've ordered the seat sensors, £8, wipers £20, 2 front tyres. We'll get some fairly decent ones, and that's it. Easy. So I'm going to crack on now with the seatbelt mechanism. See if we can strip that down, grease it up, and get it working. Waiting for the sensor. And then we can start sorting out the paint. That is another thing that really needs to be sorted out on this car. So obviously the paintwork, we already gave it a quick polish. I've got some overspray still here. But I've ordered a load of sandpaper. So I'm thinking we do some like wet and dry, or maybe that'll be the next video we do that. But I really want to try and make the paint pop even more. It's never going to be on that sort of level, but it's definitely something I want to do. Is just up the quality of the paint a little bit more. So let's talk more action. You know what it is. It's one of them ones. Let's dive in. One thing I did do last week is get a new battery because it wouldn't start. It was just draining. So I plugged the battery into a voltage checker. Why am I talking like that? And yeah, it was dead. So I replaced the battery, £178 or something. So not a cheap battery. I've left the car here for about a week. Hasn't been started. See, steering lock, we whack that down. Let's see. Woo! So before, the car just would not start. There is no chance that it would have fired up. It was dying straight away, but obviously there we go. It was just a dead battery. Win-win, win-win. Let's go. So the first job that I'm gonna try and deal with is this seat belt. So basically when you pull the seat belt, goes back up but really slowly, and they've basically failed the car for that. So it locks when you pull it, so it's not broken. So hopefully we can just clean up the seatbelt mechanism inside and get this sorted for free. So, if you can see that, I don't know if you can see that, I will check the footage and hopefully you can. So basically what we can see here when we pull the seatbelt, if you pull, that goes straight. So this mechanism is fine, it's definitely not the seatbelt itself. It's obviously up here in this runner, the guide, that's the problem, because that just doesn't want to go back up. See how slow that's going. Whereas when we do that from here, straight. So we need to get this off. This clips in again. I don't have any trim removal tools, that's why I'm snapping my fingers to pieces. Now we've got the seatbelt sorted, but shooting straight back up as fast. So that's one. Okay, so seatbelt easy fix. Thought it was going to be way more ag than that, but bang, that'll get through the MOT. Job done. Lovely. One thing down. So move the BMW over into the corner so I can turn the lights on. Let's start with these headlights. So this time I'm going to come in with 1000 grit hard. Just keep sanding them, sanding them, sanding them, sanding them, sanding them. Just need them to come up good. So I'm going to shut up and just start polishing and sanding and get them looking sick. So that will be the next thing off. Start ticking these off. Can't find a pen though. I was looking for a pen. If I find a pen, we'll start ticking them off. If not, can't do that obviously. So I started off with 1000 grit, went to 1200 grit, went to 1500 grit, went to 2000 grit. Now I'm going to hit it with a polisher and see if they look any better. They should obviously look better. Hopefully I don't get an advisory again for these, but I'm not overly worried because you can buy a new set of lenses for 46 quid off eBay. So if all else fails, that will be the next go-to step to buying news better anyway. But in the interest of saving money, we carry on. So surely they won't be advised now, because they're obviously they're not perfect, but they're clear. Okay, compared to that side, we should be good, hopefully. So let's crack on with this one. So one thing that's been annoying me from this car is the dent in the door. So going to try and push it out, or try and push as much of it out as I can, so I don't have a gaping dent, because I'm just not about the door. So I've literally just pushed in. Obviously it was more like that, now it's back like this. So I'm going to try and push here and here, heating up the panel, and trying to just push that little ripple out. I've just got a little fucking breaker bar, and try and push it on the inside and just get that. So I've got some of that out, most of that out, to be honest. It's not perfect, but it's better. I'll put a picture now of what it looked like before, just here. Obviously that's what it looks like now. So it's got two little divots there and there, but I've got a dent guy that'll be able to come and get those out, but it looks a lot better. So next, so for now, that's all that I can kind of get done on the BMW. The headlights are now sorted, the seat belt is sorted, and we're waiting for the seat occupancy bypass sensor. We've ordered the wiper blades, but they're sitting at the garage, and we need to tighten up the fuel tank, which they're going to do at the garage for me. Don't want to mess about with something that I don't know what I'm doing, so nice and easy. So in terms of getting the car ready for a retest, we are just waiting for that occupancy sensor, because it can't go with the airbag and the seat belt warning light on. So we just gotta wait for that. As soon as that arrives, bang, straight for a retest. Whilst we wait for parts to arrive, I'm gonna start wet sanding the car. So we'll do a little tester piece now on the boot and see what happens when we hit it with 2000 grit. And in the next video, if that comes out good, the next video, that's what we'll do. We'll just wet sand the whole car 2000 grit and get some mad paintwork. So if we have a look at the paintwork now, so here we go. That's what we currently have as our kind of test. Let's start wet sanding and see what happens. I think it's safe to say that there's a bit of a difference. So this side, obviously, when you look at the light, all metallic. The phone is super clear. The mess that is. Obviously you can see the reflection on this one. It's not too bad. The reason why my hair is a mess is because of this. Show you some clips now. I'm gonna hit this other side up. The other side, this side is the worst side. See, you've got all these scratches. You can see all of those swells where the light is. So I'm going to wet sand this now, and yeah, we'll have a look when it's all done. So quite a few little bits done today, but I'm going to end this video there, guys. In the next video, we're going to deal with paintwork some more. So obviously you can see we've got those. Just stepped into the light, what I'm more on. You can see them there, all the swells and all the little marks along the doors and on the paint. So the car's had a quick polish, but there's still loads of swells and on the paint. So we're gonna get those sorted in the next video to really get this car looking its absolute best. Back to the MOT station, and then I'm going to be driving it. I've got some spacers at home, so I'm going to do the spacers as well. Headlight's looking a lot better. And then after we've got the MOT done, I guess the next step is going to be get this paintwork done. So I want to get the black grills as well. So yeah, paintwork after that, and a really good clean on the interior as well. The interior hasn't been cleaned obviously because I haven't used the car. Drove it to the MOT station and back. So yeah, that's going to definitely be one of the next things to get done, is interior clean. Alright guys, I'm going to end this video there. So we've got quite a lot done. We're just waiting for parts so we can resend it for an MOT, so that I can actually get out there, start daily in this and driving it. So in the next video, I'm going to do some paint correction because we decided we're going to keep this paint color. So obviously now I want to make it as nice physically, I can't speak, possible. So we'll get rid of the swells, the marks that are on the car, and really make this paintwork pop even more. I mean, it's not bad, we've already given it a quick one polish, but that's obviously what we did today, and the reflection on that is just stupid. So that's the kind of level that we need to get the rest of the car, which obviously it's not. So yeah, we'll get the rest of the polishing done in the next video, and then after that it's definitely going to the MOT station. Got some wheel spacers for BMW at home, so hopefully we'll get this spaced out and then paint. So see you in the next one. As always guys, thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.